Ooh, it wants to go fast. Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. Well, today is an FPV day. We're going to fly an FPV Race quad. This is brand new on the market. It is by the company iFlight, and it is a Titan. Now, iFlight makes a series of drones called the Titan, and they're different sizes. This is a 250 class drone, which is quite large. And well, here, let me take it off the case. I always do that. I got to take it off the case and show you. As you can see, the drone has a GoPro Hero 7 on the top. That's the whole idea of flying FPV, because these things are so powerful. They can pick up a GoPro, no problem. They can pick up almost anything, they're so powerful. So this one here uses a DJI FPV system, so I have to use the DJI goggles and DJI radio to get this to fly. So it should fly pretty far. And the cool thing about this one is it's got all the bells and whistles. It's got everything. And what's really cool for me, a guy that likes to crash a lot, the arms are like 6 millimeters in thickness. I've never seen that on a drone before. That's like really thick. It's, in my opinion, it's pretty darn hard to break the arms on this drone. Like, that is crazy. It's carbon fiber, obviously. Right here on the back between the antennas is a GPS. And if you're thinking of camera drones, you know, like DJI, Autel, Parrot, Unique, and GPS, not even close to the same thing when it's on FPV. If you put GPS on an FPV drone, it doesn't mean you can fly it, let go of the controls, and it sits in the air and does all that stuff. No, not at all. Matter of fact, it's even worse. What the GPS is for is if I fly this too far and suddenly I lose the video transmission to my goggles, well, then I can flick a switch on my radio and put it in GPS mode, and GPS mode only does one thing. It flies back to me. But it doesn't fly back like a GPS camera drone, you know, where it's precision landing and everything. Oh, heck no. This thing here will come back to me in my general direction. You know, it might get my country or area correctly, but it's not coming right at me. So it's going to come back in my general direction so that I get my video transmission feed again and can take control over the drone. And if I don't do anything and I just let it go, it will come back and it will descend by itself, not above, like about 200 meters out, and just start coming down, and it will just thunder into the ground. There is none of that crazy stuff like on a GPS camera drone where it lands precision nice and does everything great. I'm gonna go get this set up and go fly it, so here we go. The drone is down here, but check this out, a bit of a problem. There's dead trees and not much room to fly. See all these branches? I can't see those through FPV, so yeah, I won't be able to do too much. Hopefully I'm not going to crash. Look at all this dead trees. I'm going to sit over there. This is the problem with the virus happening right now in quarantine. Almost everything's closed, all the parks, everything. There's not a lot of places for me to go, so I'm just out in a field in between buildings. Nothing great, so can't fly too far here, but I might try this in a few other places. Let's try this first and see if I can fly it without crashing it. All right, top of the bag is where I keep the controller, and it is a DJI controller, as you can see right here. That's what I'm going to use to fly this baby. On the back side of the bag is where I keep all my gear, so let's see what we have. There we go. I got my FPV goggles, DJI brand. Back in here I've got some LiPo batteries, so I'll need one for the goggles and one for the drone. Next, I'll put a battery in the drone. Now, the battery I'm using for this flight is a 4S 4-cell battery, 1300 milliamps. When I connect the power of this battery to the drone is going to start up and connect to my radio over here. The beeping you hear is something I put on to tell me I'm in horizon mode. So in horizon mode, I put a beeper on, and on the radio here, I could just turn it off. There we go. Now that's angle mode, no beep, and then the up portion is going to put me in acro mode, is what I fly in normally. All right, let's put the goggles on, and we're going to take it for its maiden flight. I'm going to try to take it nice and easy, not too low to the ground, because I'm going to hit things. I've got an acro mode. I've just armed it, so the props are turning, and I see the record's on, so I'm going to take it up nice and slow. Ooh, it wants to go fast. See, now this is the problem. As I fly low, see all these trees and bushes? I've got to stay above them. That's the problem. I will say right off the bat, it flies very smooth. Like, I'm barely touching the controls and I can keep it nice and smooth. The GPS is working too. It's telling me how many meters I am away. All right, I'm going to bring it down close to the ground. It's probably going to be silly for me, but this is probably a silly thing because when I come down close, I'm going to be flying close to all this stuff. But what I'm going to try to do is just keep it slow. So this quad, I will tell you right now, it's so well tuned that this is nothing for me to fly at this speed low to the ground. Going around the embankment here, I'm on top, so I'm just going around it lower. It's pretty good reception. Still have lots of reception here to see what's going on. Bring it this way, I'm going to come right over me from the behind. There I am. Get some speed. Do a nice big sweeping turn. Let's go full speed here, coming back. And bring it down nice and low. I'll just take it up here. There's a fast spin. Let's just try another barrel roll. I'll see if it goes nice and slow here. Nice, slower one here. Nice. There we go. Whee! There we go. All right, let's bring it back for a landing. Let's get over that. Okay. Come in and try to come in this whole hill nice and low for a landing here. Where am I? I'm up here someplace. Oh, there I am. All right, here's our little guy here. And let's just clean it up and it's all good to go. Yes, it's all good for another flight. And now we come to the part of the video where I'm going to give you my final thoughts on this here quad, freestyle quad, race drone, freestyle drone. And I'm going to say it's freaking awesome. It is so cool. I love this thing. You know, I was expecting this thing, since it's a 250 quad, it's got really high kV motors, it's got the most advanced system in it for the flight controller, and I've got a DJI FPV unit. I thought this thing was just going to be a monster and take off on me, but it's so well tuned that I could fly it slow, in and around and in and out of things, and I can go super fast and bomb around and do freestyle if I want. So it's the quad for everything. It is so good. And I love the fact that it has the GPS, because as I'm flying in my goggles, it kept on showing me a pointer that says, oh, home is back there, 100 meters, 60 meters, whatever. So the GPS works well. It knew exactly where it took off, and it kept pointing back to where I was. So I could always find myself. So when this whole virus thing is over, I'm going to take this to a big field, fly it, use the GPS, try to get myself lost, and see if this baby comes back to me. It'd be so cool. But if you just want to fly it in a small area, it seems to be well tuned for that, because this was a small area where I was here. I didn't have much room to do much. And you even saw me, I was in a construction site at a parking lot, and no problem there. I had to keep within boundaries, but I could, because this thing, once again, is so well tuned. So iFlight has made a really nice Titan. I like it. I highly recommend it. I'm going to put links to it below. If you are a beginner FPV flyer, you're probably totally confused, but guess what? I am going to make a series of videos teaching you how to get into the FPV hobby. So if you fly camera drones or no drones, well, when you watch that series of videos, you're going to learn everything, and you're going to know and be just as dangerous as I am to, well, fly FPV. But until then, check the links below. Go buy this drone if this is what you're into. It's pretty cool. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you have any questions on this, just post them below and I will get back to you as quick as I can. All right, guys, take care. Catch you in the next video. In this segment of the video, I'm going to show you the Titan XL5 HD up close. Okay, first thing, let me show you the box. This is the box it comes in, and I've taken all the parts out because I've assembled the drone, everything that needs to be assembled, and let's see what's left. There's not much left in here. iFlight does give you a lot of extra parts, so there's a lot of extra parts in here. I don't need those. Some extra parts for GoPro mounts, stickers, DJI stuff, extra props, USB cable, DJI instructions, so you know, that's it. We don't need all that. Now let's look at the drone itself up close. First, you'll see we have the DJI FPV system in the front. That's the camera. There is the air unit right here. I'll just spin it around. There you go. You can see you can put a micro SD card in it. My air unit also acts as the receiver because I'm using the DJI remote control. Check out the thickness of the arms. That blew me away when I first received this drone. That's 6 millimeters. Almost every drone I own is 4 millimeters. You can see the stack right here. That's the brains behind the unit. Man, they're getting pretty advanced. This one here is a Success D F7 stack, 50 amp ESCs, 4-in-1. So that's not bad. That's why it's so small, because everything's just squished in there. Flipping to the back, you can see right here, there's your GPS unit. That's a GPS rescue. So if you get this too far away from you and you can't see it anymore or lose video reception, just flick a button on your controller and this thing will come back to you. This is the 4S version, so you can see that my motors are 2450 kV. One thing I like is the GoPro mount. So this is for a GoPro Hero 7 or a 6 or a 5, but they also included a mount for the DJI Osmo Action. So I have 2 mounts. I don't know if everybody gets that, but that's what came with mine. And I love the mount because I can set the angle that I wish it to be at just by putting a little Allen wrench in there and spinning that and set it as I wish to match the camera. Even how the camera is set up, how you lock everything in place, is done so well. Like 3D printing and the combination of carbon fiber and metal is really, really done well on this drone. Top notch. And I will say, when I went into beta flight to set everything up, there wasn't much to set up. They have the PIDs perfect. Everything is bang on. They have all the settings for the OSD. Everything is set up nicely. The only thing I did have to do, since I'm not using a receiver, I had to change this here to S-Bus, and basically that's it. And then set up the modes on my controller and life is good. We're ready to fly. So you can get this in a 4S or a 6S. Now this drone is what is considered a 250. So if I go from the center of that motor to the center of the other motor, we'll get 250 millimeters. That's exactly what it is. And just for a size comparison, here's another Titan from iFlight, and this one here is a 220. This one's actually a 6S model, and you can see it's much, much smaller than the XL model. So XL must stand for extra large or extra long, because if I put them down, check it out, the difference in size between the two models. And finally, just to weigh it, I've got everything on here, both straps on here. I've got the GoPro mount, I have the prop, so now I'm going to weigh everything without the battery, because you can put any battery you want, and we are up to 523 grams. And this concludes my review of the Titan XL5 HD 250 millimeter race quad, freestyle quad, whatever you want to call it. This thing is pretty amazing. And if I didn't already mention it, you do not have to get the DJI Air unit. If you like using analog, you can save yourself about 150, 170 bucks. Just take out the Air unit and it's way cheaper. So hope you enjoyed this review. And if you have any questions on this here drone, post them below and I would be happy to answer them. But for now, check the links below that are going to take you to the iFlight website and you can find out all about this drone. And if you enjoyed this review, please give it a thumbs up and I'll catch you in the next video with more drone reviews. Take care.